Blue Ridge Parkway, Part 5. Martin Brenneker purchased 125 acres of land from Henderson Krause for $200 in 1876. 2 years later, he married Caroline Jonas. She was 16 and he was 21. They moved into a small cabin that already existed on the property. They had 3 children in the first cabin. Then Martin decided to build a larger cabin. The 4th child was born in this cabin but died as an infant. Today the cabin seems isolated, but at that time there were other families nearby. They attended church and school, visited friends and families in the area. The Brennekers were well-liked people. They raised crops and animals, preserved their food. Martin was a cobbler and he made shoes and sold them for $1 a pair. He also was a justice of the peace and notary, serving as clerk in his church. Martin died at the age of 68 in 1925. In 1935, the state of North Carolina purchased the farm to become part of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Caroline had lifetime rights to stay in her home. She chose to live with her daughter. Caroline died at the age of 82 in 1943. Dalton Park, or pronounced Dalton Park by the locals, is the largest recreation area managed by the National Park Service on the Parkway. Within the park there are many overlooks, miles of hiking trails, horse trails, the mountain to the sea trail passes through the park, campground, picnic area, Brenneker cabin, and a fine restaurant, The Bluff, open 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. And wouldn't you know, I would arrive on a Tuesday. The park was named after Robert Dalton, a North Carolina politician that lived nearby at Laurel Springs. Dalton, a U.S. congressman, played a major role in getting the parkway in North Carolina. Northwest Trading Post is temporarily closed. E.B. Jeffers Park is a small park, but it's one I like to stop at when on the Parkway. The park has a picnic area, public restrooms. The park is best known for the Cascades Trail that starts from the parking lot to one of the best waterfalls on the northern half of the Parkway in North Carolina. E.B. Jeffers was a North Carolina politician and chairman to the North Carolina Highway Commission in 1934. He also played a big role in getting the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. In spite of all the detours and closures, this was a good ride.